Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny Valit, and today we'll be talking about supply chain and supply chain management. So first off, supply chain management, or can also be shortened to SCM, is the oversight of materials, information, and finances as they move in a process from supplier to manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer and then to consumer. Supply chain management involves coordinating and integrating these flows both within and among other companies. Usually the main goal of supply chain management system is to reduce inventory. So supply chain management can be defined as the design, planning, execution, control, and monitoring of supply chain activities with the objective of creating new value building with a competitive infrastructure and also leveraging worldwide logistics and also organizing supply with demand and then measuring the performance in the end. So here you can see the supply chain management flow depicted in this diagram. So the product cannot flow from supplier to end consumer without a wide range of different information. The information links every component of the supply chain together. Information flows in two different directions, from supplier to consumer and then vice versa, consumer to supplier. So we just talked about the vital activities of the information spread in supply chain. So there are many different types of information that can be spread. The pace of information technology advances rapidly every day. The types of information that travel up and down the supply chain varies widely in type and scope. So here are listed a few. There's product information, consumer information, supplier information, production process information, transportation information, inventory information, supply chain alliance information, competitive information, and then sales and marketing information. And there are even more types that aren't even listed here. When this information is spread, accuracy is of the utmost importance. The information is not correct, the speed does not even matter. So to kind of depict that, here's a little cartoon that kind of describes how if the information is incorrect, it doesn't matter how fast it flows. It needs to be correct for it to be effective in the system. So just like everything else, SCM or supply chain management has a function. So supply chain management is a cross-functional approach. Functions of the system are usually outsourced to other firms that can perform the functions more cost effectively. This increases the number of organizations involved that satisfy the customer demand while also reducing managerial control of the daily logistic operations. The idea of less control and more partners are what in essence makes up supply chain management. So supply chain management can be divided into three main flows: the product flow, the information flow, and the finances flow. The product flow is the movement of goods from a supplier to a customer, and as well as customer returns on services needs. The information flow is transmitting orders and updating the status of the deliveries. And then lastly, the financial flow consists of credit terms, payment schedules, and title ownership arrangements. So there are two general types of supply chain management. They are called planning applications and executive applications. Planning applications use advanced algorithms to determine the best way to fill an order, while execution applications track the physical status of goods, the management of materials, and financial information involving all of the parties in the supply chain management. So first off, we have the supply chain planning systems. And this is the first type of supply chain management. This system forecasts demand for specific products and prepares sources and manufacturers' plans for these products. They also estimate the quantity of the product to be manufactured in a given time period. It also decides the location where the finished goods are to be stored, and they help identify the transportation mode to be used for delivering the products. And then lastly, they set the inventory levels and determine the product quantity a business should make in order to meet all of its customer demands. The next type that I mentioned earlier was the supply chain execution system. So supply chain execution systems encompass many processes. They manage the flow of products from the manufacturers to the distributors, then to the retailers, and finally to the customers in order to ensure the accurate delivery of products. It also provides information about the status of orders being processed to the vendors and estimates the exact delivery dates to the customers. Lastly, it can track the shipment and account for the products that have been returned or are to be repaired and serviced. Supply chain consulting is when an expert is provided that has the knowledge to assess the productivity of a supply chain, and this usually enhances the productivity. The role of the consultant is to help management by adding value to the whole process through the various sectors from the ordering of raw materials to the final product. Firms can either have internal teams of consultants or they can hire external ones. Using external consultants is actually more common than having internal consultants. So as we've gone along, you've seen the benefits of supply chain management. There are numerous benefits, but these three encompass the benefits the best. Supply chain management reduces shipment costs, improves customer service, and improves compliance rates. Using this technology can reduce shipment costs by offering increased visibility into multi-module shipment operations that are available. It also allows the tracking of shipments, materials, and products, both on the supply side and the delivery side of business operations. So although there are a ton of benefits to supply chain management and it helps information flow effectively and efficiently, as well as quickly, there can be some negatives if it is used in the wrong way. Some negatives can be that there are not enough profits, not enough time in the day, disposals, carrying cost, shortages, then costs can be too high. There can be plant rescheduling. And then some of these problems are usually, or most of these problems are usually connected to one another, so one can cause the other. Overall, supply chain management can be very successful and benefit companies if implemented properly. It can speed up the flow of information and can be extremely cost effective when used in the right way. Thank you so much for listening. Here are my sources that were used. And here are the links to my images. Thank you.